This is Becca from RebeccaDell Art, and I'm here to walk you through both the checklist of what's included with your digital download and a tutorial of how to create the Anime Me desk nameplate resource. You can use this video to learn how to teach the activity yourself or use it with students to follow step by step. First, let's walk you through the resource package. And I'm sorry, but at the time of the recording, this resource was using the beta product, which is not polished. You're going to notice some print margin errors and even that it used to be named Manga Me, which though that is more accurate for the art form, in North America we tend to call it anime, and I just wanted to make it more familiar and easy to find. So please excuse as we get started here. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to need to do, of course, is print off the resource. So once you have the resource printed off, I just want you to follow along with me as I go through with what's included as a checklist, and this will help you prepare to lead this with your class. One of the first pieces that you have after the cover is just the terms of use. It also has my email. It has ways to find me. So please use that if you need to contact me. And then you're going to have the what's included page. This will help you to understand all the different parts. So you've got the instructions, the master checklist, which I'll get to, extra accessories. You also have the desk plate in both color and black and white, and then the hairstyles, which will go on top in both color and black and white. And your next page is that hairstyle master checklist. Put this at the front of your class or pass it around. You'll have 2 pages of this, and kids can pick the name or the hairstyle that they think suits them. Put their name or check it off or whatever they want to do. You've got your instructions. So I included, that's my sticky note. I included a supplies checklist, so you'll find that at the top in the speech bubble there. That should help you know what you're going to need, which is basic materials for the class. Then you've got your preparation, which you do before you put things in front of the kids for the activity, and just some notes from me. You should be good to go. So the next page is the actual desk nameplate in color. And there's glasses, no glasses, depending what you need. You can print both for your students. Then there's the hairstyles, which will be going on top. There's 36 total of those, so hopefully you've got everybody covered in your class. There's the black and white if you would rather do that or only have access to black and white printing, and the hairstyles also in black and white. This will allow for a bit more coloring. There, you've got accessories. They more or less fit all the hairstyles really well. You might need to help your students with that. And last but not least, I have a free download on Teachers Pay Teachers. Go grab it. Hey everybody, I'm RebeccaDell, and I'm going to walk you through the Anime Me desk nameplate. So step 1 is everyone should have the plate base. If you don't, this is the time to cut the base into strips so that everyone can have one per student, and you'll be cutting along the dotted line. Next, you're going to get your pencils or marker, however you want to write your name, and you're going to put your name in the spot that says, "My name is." In that case, my name is Becca. And now you're going to get your colors if you do not have the version that is already printed in color, and you can add your own color and flair to the My Name Is portion of the template. One of the great things about the template for coloring in the black and white version is that the black around the My Name Is part, it just lets you color over it and you won't see it when you're done, so you don't have to worry about trying to do the edges really fine. So have fun, put your own personal style on it, and when you're all done, it should look something like this. My name is Becca. Nice to meet you guys. All right, now we're going to move to the bubbles. There are 3, and we're going to start with the I like. Every student should be encouraged to put whatever they want in there. In my case, I don't know if you can tell what it is that I'm drawing. Maybe that'll be a hint for you. And if you haven't got it yet, well, the color should help. I like candy, so I'm putting candy inside my bubble. In particular, I like Jelly Bellies a lot. So go ahead and get your I like portion done. Now we're going to move on to the my favorite subject is, and maybe you already know, it may be art for me. I also decided to fill in the I want to become section, and I've already kind of become what I want to become, but let me tell you, my kids will probably put this, and I really like it too. I want to become, well, let's see if you can figure it out. Just something to think about. I used pencil crayons for a reason. Markers kind of bleed the template a little bit, so that is why I do encourage the use of pencil crayons. If you are using any Sharpies or black markers, it's a great idea to go back once you've got everything colored and outline things just to make it really pop off the page and give it a more finished look. Have you figured it out yet? I want to become a pro gamer. Okay, maybe I don't, but I bet you a bunch of you do. All right, once you are done coloring the bubbles, it is time to move on. And we're going to move on to the head figure of the template. Now it's time to get your pencil crayons in the colors that you need in order to do your skin color, your eye color. And if you have the glasses template like me, you will need the color for that as well. And then you're going to color it. I'm going to slow this down a little bit so that you can see how I colored the character head. I used 2 different tones of skin color, one to lay out a darker kind of shadow area, and one to lay the lighter or more reflective side of the face that's hitting the light. And that just kind of makes it look a little better than just flat coloring, but you can do whatever you're able to do and it'll look great. Now I'm really gonna slow things down just to show you how to color in the eyes if you want to keep a sort of white shine or reflective spots in the eye. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. You will see hints of where they should be in the pupil of the eye. So just take a look at what I'm doing, and if you want to keep a little white shine on the eyes, it really gives it that anime quality that you'll see and that anime is known for in their eyes. If you're like me, it's time to color glasses, and if not, you can skip this step. What's important though is that you don't work ahead like I accidentally did. I went and started coloring in the circle that's around the figurehead, and that's going to get covered by the hair that we're going to put on. The template for the hair has its own circle, so don't do that, skip that, ignore that part. Instead, you should now be able to take the hair that you have picked out for your character, and we are going to color that. I know mine looks cut out as a circle. Don't do that. It's easier to color it when it's on a full sheet. So whatever your favorite colors are, whatever your choice of design and colors, you've got the white sections. My suggestion is to not try to color over the gray like you can color over the black. It hides the gray a fair bit. Go around the gray if you can, just leaving the little I don't know, it's like paper celebration confetti stuff. And then you should have your background colored. And then we're going to move into the hair. And the hair, I'm going to do very similar to what I did with the face. I'm going to use a darker tone for some shadow, and I'm going to then put the light on over top. So feel free to do the same, or just color it flat, or whatever you so desire. Again, pencil crayon works really, really well for this because you don't have to worry about the black lines. You can kind of color over top of it. And when you are coloring and you've got that shadow, you can take your lighter color and color right over top of the shadow too. Pencil crayons are great that way, and they do a little bit of blending, which is what I really like about them. Once that's all done, it's time to pretend that mine is colored like yours and get to the cutting. This is where things, people just need to be patient as they go around the circle with your scissors, around the black line as best you can. It doesn't really matter if you trim a little bit of the black off. Try to get it as close to it as you can. Now comes the part where you need to slow down, and I mean slow down, because your hard work has to pay off in how you cut this part. You will see that there's a gray where the face is, and it says cut out, cut out, cut out. You're literally going to cut that gray section out. So take your time, start with the neck. And I suggest, because it can be awkward to get around all the pieces, you just take chunks out, little bits as you go. That way you're not trying to do it all in one big sweep of scissors. But basically, yes, you're getting rid of the gray and you're leaving the nice hair and background that you've worked hard to color. So take your time and you will have something like this. Once you do, you might find that you have a couple white sections that you weren't able to fully cut out. You can go back and try and trim them carefully, or like I'm doing here, I just use a black marker and color those white little pieces in so that you can't see the edges where I missed in the cut. And it looks great. And now comes my favorite part, putting the hair on the head. And you will see that it lines up really, really easy. So this is your first kind of attempt before you set the glue onto it. Just make sure everything looks right. And then you have two options when it comes to gluing. With your glue stick, you could smear glue on the back of the hair, or what I find is easier is putting glue in the circle around the head. Your circle probably won't have any color because you were smart. I accidentally colored it before. So I'm just going to put glue all around the head. And you want to make sure you have quite a bit. You can even hold up your hair and see how much of it covers the head and put a little bit on the top of the head. That's going to get covered. Every hairstyle is unique, so just size it up. Then from the neck point, you should be able to basically line up the neck and then slowly push the glued hair down onto the face. And voila! You now have an anime or cartoon yourself version of you and things about you, and it should look really good. If there are any pieces still sticking up a little bit, you can just use a tiny bit more glue and make sure it is put down. At this point, your Anime Me desk nameplate is complete. If you have the ability to laminate, they really hold up well and look a little bit more polished. Otherwise, you are done. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you think and what your students think. Thanks, guys.